What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Sum. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Life by XLN Audio. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get into Life, baby.
Sum, hit the key.
All right, guys, so what is Life? No, this is not a rhetorical question, but Life is actually a plugin that allows you to put all kinds of different samples in there, and then it'll mangle the samples up, put different effects on there, just do different stuff in a sequencer. It's pretty solid. What's nice about the plugin is that they actually have this app right here on your phone, as you can see. And you can go out in the field and you can record stuff in the field, and then you can automatically upload it right into the plugin without any extra work, no recorder, nothing like that, just your phone, which is solid. There's also a few other ways that you can upload sounds into the plugin, but I'll show you guys that here shortly. So when you open up Life, it is going to look like this. And as you can see up top, this is basically going to be whatever sample you do load up in here. So I've loaded this sample up in here. So it's basically me walking, but if I push play, it's going to mix it up and mangle it and do a bunch of stuff to it. So as you can see, that's pretty nice. You can use that as like Foley, or you can use it as percussion or whatever it is that you want to use in your beat. And you can do all kinds of different stuff like randomize. You can go through browser. You can change the pattern variation, sound variation, you know, all kinds of different stuff. You can also come underneath the hood and look at more stuff. So if you come over here and push edit, boom, bam, it'll bring you underneath the hood and you've got a lot more stuff like a step sequencer. You've got some different controls over here like pitch and pan, cut and all this other stuff. So we'll go all through this here in just a moment. Like always, I've made a little sample beat. I've got a couple of different instances of Life up in this thing. I've also got another house beat for you guys too to play a little bit later. But with this one, I use one of the instances of Life here and then I bring it in here. It's not mixed down as always, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I cooked up for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Life and check this thing out a little bit more. All right, so now that we're back in Life, again, this is what that original sample sounded like. It's just basically me dragging my feet. And then again, once we push play, it sounded like this. So it's just chopping up different parts of that sample and playing them randomly, which, you know, does it musically too, which is nice. You've got sound variation over here, so you can get it to sound different. You've also got a pattern variation over here. So not bad. You can also hit randomize over here, which is a nice feature. So boom, we hit randomize and it's going to randomize that pattern. You can mess with this browser right here, and as you go through this browser, it's going to have different patterns already set up. So boom, as you see, as I click on that one, it's going to give me a different pattern. And with the patterns, it is going to change the BPM down here. So you have BPM control over here. Make sure you sync your BPM up with what you got going on up here, so that when you drag and drop it, it doesn't sound like it's off. So we'll just go ahead and turn that down to 92 and push play. I kind of like that one, so I'm going to save that one as walking 2, just so I can have it for later and use that in something else. Now with this, you get control over density, syncopation, and symmetry as well. So I'll go ahead and let you hear those. What's also nice about this is you have this kick down here at the bottom. So as you see here, you can throw the kick on. We're just gonna leave it on 4 on the floor now, for now, but we'll push play. So you can kind of hear how the groove's gonna sound, and you can also, obviously, it's got a sequencer, so you can add drums however it is that you want to. You also have different kind of drums that you can choose from over here, as you see. You can mess with the groove down here as well. And then back behind the scenes, if we come over here and we push this edit button right here, you still get this randomized and you get all these features over here, but you also get some other controls. And as you see here, you have a sequencer. So the sequencer can either go 16 or 32 steps. So you see down here, a few of them go 32, while the ones up here go 16. You can make the pattern go differently. So if you watch, it's just gonna go through this one time because it's A, B. So if you watch down here, it'll go A and then it'll go B. But we can make it go A, B, so it'll go through the top layer 3 times and then it'll go through the bottom layer just once. So, you can get a change up and a switch up like that. It's pretty nice. Over here, as you'll see, you have control over like reverb on each individual layer. You also got delay too, and you got envelopes. So you can control your transients, your hold, and your decay. We're going to go ahead and hit randomize again here and just change this pattern up one more time. And the pattern's going to sound like this time. So you can see, you can get some really funky groove stuff going on here for sure. You also have controls down here at the bottom. So you got controls over your master effects, like delay and reverb over everything. You got control over different kinds of reverbs like ambient. You got different delay types down here as well. So that's pretty solid. You can hear the delay going on there, so on and so forth. So that's nice. You can also mess with the pitch, the pan, and the tone of each one of the individual layers. So we can hit randomize again. Just super solid. You can also come in here if you want to add more patterns on. You can just heart it, and it'll add that to the chain there for you. You can only add up to 8 though. All right, guys, so I made another little sample, little beat for you guys. This one's actually a house beat. So as we check it out here, I just use Life right here kind of as my perks in this beat as well. It's not all the way mixed down. I'm definitely not a house god. You guys can roast me in the comments if you want to, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the second little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back in here and let me show you guys a few more things. As you can see here, I'm in trial mode. This is not a sponsored video, as you can tell. But with this, I kind of took this cough. I'm kind of under the weather right now, so I was coughing and I was like, let's record that and see what we can get. So I took this cough right here. And that cough is what ended up being the perks for this beat, which is fire. So it sounds like this. Pretty legit in my opinion, but you can take all kinds of different stuff. So I got this beatboxing. I did some beatboxing. So let's go ahead and add this up in here. We'll push OK. Now I took this beatboxing and now as this is chopped up, it's going to sound like this. Well, the beatboxing sounded like this originally, sorry. All right, but if we chop it up, we can get it to sound something like this. Now I'm just gonna play that with those chords from the beat and it sounds like this. You know what I'm saying? So you can use this thing and get all kinds of crazy textures. So then as you see here, they're gonna give you a bunch of presets. So here's one of the presets that they give you. And then next to that is user. And so then that's where all of the presets that you save off your phone are going to go. Let's go ahead and push cancel. I'm gonna go ahead and hit randomize a few more times on that beatbox so we can see what else we can get. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how you can actually record all this audio and get it into the plugin. So one way that you can do it is you can come over here and you can put this Life DAW recorder wherever you want in the DAW on whatever track, whether it's the master track, the kick drum, whatever track it is that you want to. And then once you do that, all you gotta do is pull Life back up. And once you pull Life up, all you have to do is hit this record button right here and then push play. All right, and then once we finish doing that, we can hit done real quick. Once you hit done, it's gonna save it. So it's gonna ask you if you wanna trim it up, if you wanna change any of that. I guess we can just trim it to like right here. I'm gonna push OK. And then you can color code it. You can change the icons. You can do all that stuff if you want to. We're not gonna do any of that right now. And boom, now we have it saved. So all we have to do is come into here and we can push OK. And then we can load it up. And once we load it up, we'll see we have the whole file here. It will denoise everything for you, so it'll take out any background noise for you as well. And then we can push play. So we have it in there. That's the regular pattern. Now we can hear how they chopped it up. Kind of weird, but obviously we can hit randomize and we can do that a few times until we find a groove that we like. And if we wanted to come in here, we could add some more sound sources if we wanted to. I mean, and just like that, we have the start of a groove. Another way that we can get sounds in there is we can take our phone, and then as we see here, I've got the app pulled up. So if I just hit this record button down here, a doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll save that. Done. Now, once we put done here, we can come, and save, make sure you save it. And then once we come over here, boom, it just automatically loaded up in there just like that. So now we have to download the file. We've downloaded the file and now it's already in the computer. No pausing, no edits, nothing. All right, so now we can load that up real quick. We'll hit randomize and we'll see what it sounds like. Oh, I feel like a big kid with this one right here, man. I'm definitely about to scoop this. But we can hit randomize again and get it to sound different. You're not going to tell me that's not dope. And then what I didn't show you guys earlier is you can come over here to the edit and you have some more effects that you can mess with down here at the bottom. So you can throw on like crunch and stuff on the master. Now, remember what I had in there earlier? You probably don't remember what it sounded like in that house beat, but I'm just gonna push play. And now we have this weird melody in there, but we could use this too. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely use that. And then the last way that you can load stuff in here is you can just drag and drop samples in here. All right, so then you can just come over here and grab a drum loop. So we'll grab this drum loop right here. And then boom, same thing. You can trim it as you want to, push OK. You can do all that if you want to. We're not going to do that. And then it'll upload it for you. And then you can come over here and then you can grab the drum loop, boom, put it in there, push OK. And then just like that, it'll load it up and you can push play and see what you got. And then the same thing, we can hit randomize. So then let's say we just wanted to use that for some kind of Foley or something like that. We can come over here and we can actually use a low pass or a high pass filter and we can take out all the high end or the low end so we can just use it as Foley. That's pretty solid. So what are my thoughts on this plugin? I think that this plugin is absolutely fire. It is $109 for the intro price, so I know that might scare some people off. There is a 10-day free trial with this thing, so you can go grab it, test run it, check it out, see if it's something that you like. If it is, go grab it. But again, you can get all kinds of original different drum lines, different kind of percussion lines, different kind of Foley. You could do a lot with this plugin. I think I've kind of demonstrated a lot of that, especially with the old doodle-doo. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.